Quick question. If someone tells you electricity prices are falling, why would your bill go up? Because that's exactly what's happening to a lot of Australians right now. You've probably seen the headlines. Electricity prices are dropping from the 1st of July. For a lot of people, that's simply not true. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why, using a real story that's been making headlines this week, and what you can actually do about it. I'm Kellan from Wealth Foundation. Let's clear this up. Let's go. Here's the headline everyone saw. The regulator, called the AER, sets a maximum price called the default market offer. From July, that price is falling, up to 5% in New South Wales, over 7% in southeast Queensland, around 5% in Victoria. South Australia is actually the exception. Prices there rose slightly, about 1.4%, because of higher network costs. But for most of the country, the regulated price is genuinely coming down. So what's the catch? Here's the catch. That falling price only automatically applies to people on something called a standing offer, the default plan you're on if you've never actively chosen a deal. Only 8% of households are actually on that standing offer. The other 92% of us are on individually negotiated market offers set directly by retailers, not by the regulator. And that falling regulated price does not automatically flow through to those plans. So if you're like most Australians on a market offer, whether your bill actually falls depends entirely on your specific plan. Let me show you what that looks like in real life. Meet James, a Sydney-based accountant. When he saw the headlines about falling electricity prices, he naturally assumed he'd benefit. Then he got an email from his retailer, Origin Energy. It told a very different story. His usage rate, the price per unit of electricity, was genuinely dropping, but his daily supply charge, the fixed fee just for being connected, was set to rise 70%, with no explanation given for the size of the jump. James isn't alone. Similar notices have been spotted across different states and retailers. If your bill looks confusing right now, you are not imagining it. To understand why this happens, you need to know your electricity bill has two separate parts. The supply charge, a fixed daily fee you pay no matter what, just for being connected, and the usage charge, what you pay per unit of power you actually use. Some retailers are cutting the usage charge, which sounds great in a headline, while quietly raising the supply charge. The overall bill might still look like it's falling on average, but the mix has shifted. Here's the part that matters most. The supply charge is fixed. It doesn't care how much power you use. So the less electricity you use, the bigger a share of your bill that fixed charge becomes. So who actually wins here? If you're a heavier electricity user, bigger household, pool pump, ducted air conditioning, a bigger cut to your usage rate can more than make up for a higher supply charge. But if you're a low usage household, you live alone, you're often away, or your home is energy efficient, that bigger supply charge can outweigh the small usage saving. You could end up paying more overall, despite the prices are falling headline. The honest truth, whether you win or lose, entirely depends on your specific plan and how much power you use. There's no single answer that applies to everyone. Now, here's some genuinely good news. For the first time, retailers must offer something called the Solar Sharer offer. It gives you 3 hours of completely free electricity in the middle of the day if you have a smart meter. And here's the best part. You do not need solar panels on your own roof to use it. Available in New South Wales, southeast Queensland, and South Australia. The trick is shifting big appliances, your washing machine, EV charging, air conditioning, into that free window. So, what should you actually do this week? 3 simple steps. Step 1. Find out if you're on a standing offer or a market offer. Check your last bill or call your retailer and ask directly. Step 2. Compare your new supply charge and usage rate against other retailers. Use a free government comparison site, Energy Made Easy, for New South Wales, Queensland and South Australia, or Victorian Energy Compare if you're in Victoria. Step 3. Call your retailer and mention you're comparing offers. Retailers are required to tell you if a better plan exists at least once every 100 days. And often, just mentioning you're shopping around gets you an on-the-spot discount. None of this takes more than 15 minutes, but it could be the difference between quietly overpaying for the next 12 months and actually benefiting from the prices that are supposedly falling. Falling headline prices are real for some, but your actual bill depends entirely on your own plan. Don't assume, check. If this helped clear things up, subscribe. Every Monday, Kellan breaks down what's actually happening with your money in plain English. I'm Kellan. Take care of your money because nobody else will.